Twitter feed. Ring in the new year for her. Order 1 dozen assorted roses and get an extra dozen roses and vase for just $29.99. Order now at 1-800-flowers.com/ESPN. Would you sue?
Oh, come on, phone. Don't play. There we go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow. Okay, that was early. That was quick. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Morning Glory. My name is Eddie Law. Obviously, if you're tuning into this and you're waiting for it, hopefully, I didn't make you wait too long. This is, I've actually had a lot of people tune into this and say it's amen or Jesus Christ and all this other stuff. And I'm like, yeah, you guys got it wrong. This ain't a religious show whatsoever. So, I appreciate all the amens and stuff like that I get when people accidentally jump on this thing thinking it's religious. But you're wrong. It's not religious whatsoever. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Anyway, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everybody had a good holiday, Christmas break, whatever you want to call it. What's up, Andy? It was calm, it was quiet. I appreciated the time away, or the time off of work. I'm hauling ass to work right now because I'm in charge today, so I'm basically the boss today. But the real boss went out of town and he don't come back till tonight, so I gotta handle all the chaos, which is funny because I argue that things go a lot smoother when I'm in charge because I don't micromanage. I go, hey, look, this is your task. Let's get this shit done. All right, everybody does it right. Everyone goes home on time instead of an hour late, like fucking we've been doing for a month. So yeah, I don't micromanage for shit. So hopefully, to me, it makes things go smoother. But anyway, have you watched football yesterday? The weirdest fucking football day ever. Carolina Panthers no longer undefeated. The Falcons take them down in an ugly, ugly game. Not ugly even as entertaining, but ugly as in it was awful. It was just bad. Both teams were bad yesterday. The Panthers played like shit. The Falcons played like shit. They just played less shitty than the Panthers. The Falcons played less shitty than the Panthers did. So that's kind of what happened. Cardinals whooped that ass on Aaron Rodgers. In fact, so badly they sacked him 8 times and forced Green Bay to take him out of the game to avoid injury to the star quarterback. And then they put in their backup, and we whooped his ass too. We whooped him down. We took him down like 3 times. It was beautiful. One of the best games I've seen the Cardinals defense play in forever. I'm still hyped about it. The thing is this: people. I put the tweet out, but people on Twitter expect me to say people on Twitter are used to my sense of humor, and the fact that because it's funny to me, I take things way too far, because it's funny to me, right? On Facebook, it's not that way at all. I put a status, and I put the tweet out too, but I put a status that said, Cardinals fans that sold their season tickets should go fuck themselves twice in the face with a bat full of nails, with nails sticking out, like old school, like Mad Max type of shit. And then I said dipped in STDs, and actually some people were kind of like upset about it, and I was like, why are you mad? I go, it's like you don't know me. Like I don't fuck with you guys at all on Periscopes and on the Crossbone shows and on Breaking the Law, which by the way is going down tonight. On all the shows, this is legit who I am. I'm being myself, and I take very few things seriously, right? Like if something needs to be taken seriously, then I take it seriously. It has to be done, right? But most of the time I don't, and I certainly don't take myself seriously at all. And so I can make fun of anything, anybody, myself included. And so when I say shit like that, to me it's for it's for funny's sake or comedy's sake, whatever you want to call it. And some people take that shit so serious, they get all upset and shit. And one of my friends on my friends list is actually a little his teacher. And she's like maybe 10 years older than me, 15 years older than me maybe. And 15 years older than me. And she goes, what are you gonna tell your kids when they see this shit? And I go, I don't know about you, but if and when my kids ever see this shit, they're gonna know daddy says a lot of fucked up shit because he thinks it's funny. And she got all butthurt, and I'm like, you can go fuck yourself too with that same bat, bitch. And she, of course, unfriended me seconds later and shit. So I don't know. I don't fucking care. I'm gonna be myself at all times. So I'm like, I'm not fucking with you guys at all. If you were on my Facebook, I'd be saying the same shit I say on these shows, no problem. So It's I don't know. People are just touchy bastards. Anyway, professionally offended people can get the fuck. Yeah, exactly. Yup. Fuck professionally offended people. Weird part, not really weird. Kind of expected, but I didn't want to say it. Oh no, I'll say it. Women make a lot. Yeah. Andy has a copyright on professionally offended people. But women make a big chunk of that. A huge chunk of that professionally offended shit. Women, especially feminist women, seem to have a huge chunk of that professionally offended slot. And then the rest of them are I don't know, I hate to say liberally, like more liberal type of people have that rest of that. Unless of course you're talking about guns. You take my guns. Oh shit, I got into it with somebody about that shit this weekend. That was stupid. And they're like, oh, I can't believe you're supporting this leftist liberal agenda to take away our guns. And I'm like, hey, you do know I own one, right? And I carry, like, at least to work. Right? A lot of the times I carry, but depending on where I'm going and where I'm going to be, if it might be warranted, I take it with me. And I have my concealed weapons license and all that. You do understand that. And I told them that. And they were like, yo, how could you, why aren't you for just, everyone should have guns? And I'm like, because I'm not fucking stupid. And I do know some people should not have fucking guns. Retard. And this dude was going on. And I said, look, I don't cuss. Open carry law in Texas from 1st of January is ridiculous. Yeah, in Texas is, look, Arizona has it. Open carry. I've been to protests when I was in college. I used to cover protests and shit like that. And they had a few years ago, they had what's it called? Occupy Wall Street in downtown Phoenix. So of course, I'll go with my little handheld camera and shit, and I went and covered it. And there was dudes with assault rifles there. There was dudes with handguns and whatnot. I'm like, man, if shit hits the fan, everyone's fucking dead. But I'm used to the open carry. Everyone in Arizona's used to open carry. In Texas, they're about to get used to that shit. It's a trip, man. Again, I'm not anti-gun. I'm anti-crazy motherfuckers should have guns, and I'm anti-no background checks. I'm super anti that. For sure, get some background checks in there. For sure, make it look. Here's the thing. This is the argument I make. Okay, if it takes, I used to sell cars. In fact, spoiler alert, I'm about to get into it again in a more ethical manner than the dealership I used to work at. I'm gonna do it a lot better. I'll explain it when it starts up and running. It's gonna be a small operation. No, nothing big. But I think if it takes a giant stack of paperwork. Now you guys can't see me right now, but it's a giant stack of paperwork and hours and sometimes a couple of days, if not longer, to purchase a gun. And they gotta check your credit and all this shit. I think it should be at least just as hard to buy a gun. It should take at least that long to buy a gun, I think, right? I still think you should be allowed to. I just don't think that it should be so easy as to go and pick it up. In Arizona, you can do that. In fact, with my concealed weapons license, I can go buy one right now and literally cash out without a background check. Why? Because the state has my fingerprints. They already did a background check on me to give me my license. So I mean, that system kind of works. I still think they should have to check it every single time. That's just me. That's a lot of people actually. But so I don't know, man. But that open carry thing in Texas is, we're not gonna see a giant, massive amount of people getting killed and shit. But it is gonna be a little tenser at first when people get used to it. Some people think we should ban guns altogether. I think that's impossible to do at this point. I think there's so many out here. I mean, what was the number? I think Andy is the one that said the number, or Mike, you might have told me the number of how many guns were sold on Black Friday. It was like 100,000 or 300,000, some ridiculous number on Black Friday of guns. I mean, just that on one day. Imagine how many are out there now, So banning them altogether, but like some people are suggesting, it's not happening. Not to mention the amount of backlash you're going to get for even suggesting such a thing, right? But it's, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know how we got into guns. The people I talked to this weekend were ridiculous. Anyway, so Christmas is super quiet. Didn't do jack shit, really. Christmas Eve it was literally my parents and my brother and me. It's excuse me. It was super quiet. Nephew's not back yet. Gets back this week, I think on Wednesday or Thursday. And so Christmas Day was just, everyone kind of did their own thing. So I kind of just watched basketball and relaxed, just, try to keep, get some rest. I worked out. Of course I worked out. And speaking of which, started training camp yesterday for my next race. I'm doing the Super Spartan. It's like a 9-mile thing with like 20 obstacles or a little more than that. And it's going to be in Temecula, California. If you want to join, hit me up on the Twitter at ELAW31. If you're in the California area, you want to join a team, I have it's myself, and 3 of my friends so far. And we have no problem taking more people on the team. It's all good. But started training camp for it yesterday, which means not a revamp of nutrition, but I definitely had to tweak it. And I'm a lot more working out. Pay for my flight, I'll join you. I wish, man. If I had the money, I would do it, actually. If I had the money, I would pay for your flight, no joke. Maybe, and I don't know. The goal is to have that kind of money somehow in the future, right? But nah, man, I wish I had the money. Training camp started yesterday. And people always get weird about when I say training. You need to get a GoPro for the race. It's not a bad idea. It's a 9-mile race, so I wonder how long that battery lasts. And it only takes me about 2.5 hours to complete it. But you know what? If I can get a decent price GoPro, I'll do it. So yeah, we'll see. It's a good idea, Mike. I'm gonna try it. I got until January 30th to buy it, and I'm sure I could probably find one for a decent price. Some of those GoPros go for ridiculous amounts of money, so we'll see. But good suggestion. I appreciate that. I'm gonna look that up. What else? In the MMA world, what went down? The rising weigh-ins. The rising weigh-ins went down late last night. I watched maybe 2 weigh-ins, and you can see how barely thrown together this shit is. It's just sad. The people that are there just don't even look happy to be there. It's fucking depressing. And so it's Japanese MMA is pretty much dead. I mean, it's a joke. They're not taking it serious, at all. So it's sad. At the least, it's sad. In the least, right? And at most, it's sad. I don't know. I went back and forth a little bit with somebody yesterday on Facebook actually about it, and they were like, "Oh, it's the rise of Pride." And I'm like, "No, it's not." Okay, because Pride had a little tiny bit of structure to it, at least. It was still the Wild West MMA, but it still has some. Did you see the Rising belt? No, I did not. What does it look? Does it look ridiculous? Because I'm gonna look that up now when I get to the warehouse. Or is it a big belt that says IOU on it or some shit? Like, it's a joke. It's a fucking joke. Jeez, it's just, and a lot of people don't want to say it, but it's a fucking joke, man. It's a fucking joke. Anyway, and the other big thing, because I had to literally get, as soon as I park, I literally had to get right to work, so I'm going to have to get off this thing in about 2 minutes. The show on New Year's Eve will be good, I hope. I do too. I really hope these guys show up to fight, I have trust that Sakuraba's going to show up. Crone Gracie is going to show up to fight, or at least roll. Of course, Fedor's got to show up, right? The show's centered around him, literally. And King Mo's there, and I know King Mo, King Mo's no punk. He's gonna show up to fight too. I hope so. I think, yeah. So a lot of guys in that show that are gonna show up to fight. So I hope it'll be entertaining at least. But I'm pretty sure Fedor's gonna snuff his dude he's fighting in no time, or he should anyway. Unless Fedor's changed so much that that this guy might actually have a chance, which I highly doubt. Anyway. But this whole thing yesterday, the news came out on Saturday night about Al Jazeera, who, by the way, people want to talk about Al Jazeera. Oh, Al Jazeera. You know who did the documentary? It's like, who? Al Jazeera? And I'm like, so? They're actually pretty good. They're actually pretty savvy news organization. I've never seen any of their investigative pieces, but the fact that they did an investigative piece, that's some journalism shit, folks. So, people bitching about it. You watch Fox News and CNN, that's not journalism. Unfortunately, Al Jazeera happens to be a more more journalistic type of thing. So check it out. Somebody actually beat me here. It was shit and it looked shady as hell. That's the thing. Now the documentary itself was done well, and it seemed like the research and all that shit was done pretty well too. What was shady to me, first of all, the characters in it, that Charlie Sly, whatever the fuck, something Sly. I think it was Charlie Sly. That guy's a dipshit. Okay, and their entire investigation was based on that jackass. All right, because you can tell that whole thing is centered around this Charlie Sly guy. All right, and when you see him, he looks like some sad, poor motherfucker that like couldn't get a girlfriend if his life depended on it, and he wanted some kind of notoriety or fame. So he became a pharmacist, whatever the fuck he is or was, and started throwing out names to make himself seem cool. That's what it sounded like to me, Mike. I'm leaning towards your side there, where it's really shady and kind of shitty. God damn, my beard got dark. Sorry. But I'm kind of leaning towards you with this whole, this is shady as fuck, and I don't like it. So the fact that it was centered around that one dude is just shady, and I'm not buying it. I'm not buying the Peyton Manning thing. Not to mention, if what he says is even half true, the Peyton Manning allegations are the least like of the fucking shockers on that list. You couldn't watch the whole thing? I did watch it because I was fascinated by the bullshit. Again, the fact that there's an investigative reporting done and they put a guy in there like that, it's cool, and I actually appreciate that. I think it's misguided who they picked to center the whole thing around, though, right? Getting some dude that's like running to go undercover. Not to mention, the number one thing that I had a problem with was the doctors and the fucking Charlie Sly guy and all that shit. They were not for 1 second suspicious of this guy. He asked a shit ton of questions, and they were nothing. You know what I mean? You ask 3 questions that a guy out here in the hood selling drugs and shit would be like, "Hey, motherfucker, what are you, a cop? Why are you asking so many goddamn questions, motherfucker?" You're like, you know? So yeah, man, I'm with you on that. I'm leaning towards this bullshit. But I think it was that Charlie Sly guy. I think Al Jazeera just, tried so hard to make a good piece that they bought the bullshit and they didn't question it. Or maybe they did, I don't know. So, again, Al Jazeera says, "Oh, we put a guy to this, we put that." A lot of the times they say they did this and they did that. A lot of the times someone made the documentary first and then pitches to somebody, because I wonder why ESPN ever did this shit. Of course people are gonna be like, "Oh, because the NFL and all that shit." Fine. I wonder why Fox Sports never did it. I wonder why no one else ever did it. Why was Al Jazeera? So it's a trip, dude. So yeah. I'm sure we'll get the truth sooner or later, but Peyton Manning's pissed. I mean, he's pissed, and nothing's gonna happen to that guy. The fact that Clay Matthews was mentioned in there, so was Mike Neal, and a couple baseball guys, and then they had one guy on camera, Tree Man, or whatever the fuck his last name is. That was weird too. So, but I think they're painting a whole lot of players are on TRT. Yeah, I think so too. I don't know about Peyton. You seen this fucking play? I don't know if he's on some shit. He needs to be on some shit if he's not. But I want to. Here's the thing. I am not against guys using to get back from injury. Not at all. I'm not against the Anderson Silva dick pills to help them get back. I have no problem with that. To actually beat on them when they're performing is a different question. Now, in baseball, I don't give a fuck. Let those guys juice to the gills. They hit the ball with the stick game. Hit the shit out of that ball. That's fun for me to watch. Right? Knock the ball as far as you can out of the park. I will watch that all day. I will be a baseball fan again if they get like a home run race going again. Like Sosa, McGuire type of shit. But because baseball I watch for entertainment, not because I enjoy the sport, honestly. I might have to sooner or later because this kid is my nephew has an arm on him. He might end up throwing or pitching or something. I don't know. He might end up liking baseball, but in football, a collision sport, for sure test those motherfuckers. MMA, where you are literally in combat, for sure test those motherfuckers, right? So fuck, I don't know. Shit. We'll find out, man. But anyway, I gotta run. Luckily, someone beat me to the warehouse, so a lot of things are already getting done, but I got to get in there and now organize this shit. So you guys have a good afternoon, a good day, morning, wherever you're at, and I'll catch you guys tonight. See you, Mike. See you, Andy. I'll catch you guys tonight for Breaking the Law with Eddie Law. I should talk to those guys and find out if Keyboard Warrior's going down tomorrow. So remember, we're one day closer to death. Make it count. Go after your dreams, my friends, because, we're limited time editions, all of us. Later.